welcome to Holistic Healing with Deepshika. When I was thinking about what to speak about today, around that same time, I had a few people asking me questions regarding energy healing and its relation to religion and spirituality, which made me realize that for a lot of us, religion and spirituality are synonyms, and hence this episode. To start with, let's talk about religion. Because for me, religion is something that I have had mixed feelings for the longest time. Listening to mantras and bhajans made me feel at peace, but I never could relate to the do's and don'ts to be followed. And then came a time when I myself started looking for more. Somehow, I felt like my soul needed something more because it felt heavy and I felt lost. That's when I came across energy healing. Of course, when I started, it was more of something that I thought I would take from someone who already practices it and then have my Eureka moment and be done with it. If only life was so simple. And one can keep coming up with plans that you think would work out, but that doesn't happen. And that's how then came a time when I told myself that I would probably learn one more level of probably just one modality, and that's it, because I was so apprehensive about getting into something that had do's and don'ts and had restrictions imposed upon me, and thought of it as probably something that would make me want to give up on some aspects of my freedom. But here I am a year later, after having learned various modalities, still wanting to learn a little more. And today, when I talk to people about healing, this is one of the most common questions that I am asked, directly or indirectly. Because I think as humans, giving up our free will or restrictions being imposed upon us is one of the most common fears we have. To put it simply, if I have to define my journey till date, I would say that it has been liberating. It's helped me find myself and helped me so. Of course, I am still learning to fly because that's what life is. There's always something to learn, and best way to go through life is by being a student. So anyway, without digressing from the topic further, let's just say that in spirituality I found what made me run away from religion for all these years. So Wikipedia defines religion as a range of social, cultural systems, including designated behaviors and practices, morals, beliefs, texts, and organizations that generally relate humanity to supernatural and spiritual elements. As per dictionary, it is the belief in a god or gods and the activities connected with this. To put it simply, it is something that defines how to act or behave. It may or may not necessarily translate into connecting with the higher power or your inner self. Religion also, or rather the people who teach about religion, also talk about consequences of not following the defined acts in a religion, which generally involve being sent to hell or the god getting angry or facing some dire consequence as a result. So most of the times the actions taken by people are probably a result of some kind of fear. Okay, so these are my views formed from what I have seen over the years. I have no intention of hurting anyone's sentiment. And okay, so on the other hand, spirituality involves the recognition of a feeling or sense or belief that there is something greater than oneself. It is the quality of being concerned with the human spirit or soul as opposed to material or physical things. It basically allows one to connect with oneself. It makes you want to slow down and live in the moment. It makes you comfortable being who you are. It helps you gain peace of mind. It helps you experience living and find hope amidst all the life experiences, good or bad. It not only improves your relation with self, but also with others and gives you a sense of belongingness. It does not really have a set of rules to be followed. My spiritual experience can be very different from someone else's. I might meditate by following my breath. Someone else might find the same peace by painting, whereas a third person may find it while cooking. It encourages you to explore your inner self and feelings. It makes you sit with your feelings and observe them and understand as to why one reacts to certain things in the manner that they do. Our reactions are generally 80% because of some past event and only 20% because of what is happening at that point of time. It also makes you forgive yourself and accept yourself, not just the present version, but also the past version. It helps us understand that hindsight is always 6 by 6. So, judging the past or worrying about the future is futile. Present is all that we have. Spirituality as a whole is connected with one's psychological, sociological, biological, and spiritual aspect. Now, the question is, how does one practice spirituality? And the answer is very simple and has been repeated so many times in the form of this quote. We are not human beings having spiritual experience, but spiritual beings having human experience. All that is required is to remember that the spirit is within you. In the episode number 6 and 7, I have discussed simple ways to get in touch with your inner self. I would like to end this episode with a quote by Tara Brach. You can think of spiritual practice as a kind of spiritual reparenting. You are offering yourself the two qualities that make up good parenting: understanding, seeing yourself for who you truly are, and relating to what you see with unconditional love. And remember, anything is possible when you have inner peace. If you enjoyed this episode and this is something that your loved ones or someone you know may resonate with, please do share. Thank you for listening. Have a great day.